I'm MTG, and welcome to my channel where I waste my wild cards on meme decks so you don't have to. And today, I got randomly inspired to do like a Elf Grixis deck because thought about Elmer Fudge cookies, and then I thought about Elmer Fudd, the Looney Tunes character, and for some reason in my mind, I was like, Elf Grixis, right? Like something there. So, like with Elmer Fudd, because he hates small, tiny animals and wants to kill them like Bugs Bunny, I was like, hey, what's more Grixis than being out in nature and swampy stuff and I don't know, killing things. So I feel like Elmer Fudd would be represented by like an elf tribal like Grixis deck. But anyways, I'll show you the deck list here. See you in a second. All right, here's Elmer Fudd or Elmer Fudge, whichever your heart feels fits this theme best. But yeah, it's a elf tribal, and then I think here like my honorary elves that I put in just because I wanted to have like better removal or another win con. So Crater Hoof is just really sweet because, as you know, like elves hit the board, you swarm with a lot of them early game, try to be more aggro. But if for whatever reason you can't get ahead in that like early game, I think Crater Hoof is just really awesome to drop as well to like help close out a game that might be going on a bit later to like, you know, the 8 mana point here. Then my other honorary elf is Scute Swarm, and it was just because I wanted something else to help pump out tokens. And yeah, you can say it's a bit like not synergistic because it's not creating elf tokens, so you're not really getting that other elf synergies, like, you know, from them boosting each other. But just based on some of the other elfy cards, I was like a little, I don't know, meh. Like I know I could have tossed like another like ramp type elf in there, or one that helps fetch, maybe Crater Hoof. I think it's like Fierce Empath. But I just felt like putting Scute Swarm in because, again, I wanted something else that was just creating lots of tokens and going wide. And then Murderous Rider, I like it because it's a removal card that can hit a Planeswalker. My dog's barking, sorry. Or a creature. So because of the flexibility there, I like it a lot. And then it also can be a body, so I like spells that are not necessarily just card draw or ramp or removal, but if you can have like something with a body attached to it, especially in a creatures matters deck, like this just seemed like it was a good add. And then for my MVPs, because I played my matches, I have Poison Tip Archer because it's just that drain, but also with reach. There's not a whole lot of like anti-flying, I guess, in a lot of elf decks, but if you have something with reach and then Death Touch on top of it, excuse me, that also drains. Like that's not only like kind of a deterrent to flyers, but then it's a little bit of a deterrent to like board wipes as well, because you know, they're getting a hit for creatures that are dying. So if I have like a million elves on the board and then you board wipe, now you're getting hit for a ton of damage for board wiping. Another thing that I thought was really helpful in this deck was Nylea, because one, it's an indestructible god, but then two, is making my spells that are for the most part pretty cheap even cheaper. But then I also like the ability there, the 3-cost ability that lets you reveal the top card of your library and put a creature card in your hand. And so like if you're, you know, in finding that your like hand just doesn't have the gas that you need, I feel like she's really good and especially in a creature matters deck, like she's really good at like just kind of helping you filter through to try to find an answer or some more momentum. Scamfar Shadow Sage is just, it'll win the game. Like if I have like 10 elves out, you know, and I'm not really sure I can go wide, or even fewer elves than that, you drop this and you can either gain a ton of life or you make them lose a lot of life. And I love stuff that's just like really kind of passive like this, where it's almost like you know, like Bastion Remembrance or what's it called, Blood Artist, where you might not be able to go face, but you can find a way to kind of go around like their wall of blockers or whatever they have up that's making it hard to attack. this card here, Marwyn the Nurturer, was really awesome because it got huge, but then it could also tap to create a ton of mana. So I think at like one point it got up to like being like an 11/11 because I just obviously have a lot of elves. So it got huge. I could tap it for mana to bring in even more elves. And then when I was ready to attack, Tyvar Kell untapped her so she could also swing in for damage in addition to tapping for mana. Elvish War Master is just great because whenever one or more elves enter the battlefield, you get to create a elf warrior token. So that's just sweet in of itself. But the other part that's really fun about this is you can pump it for 7 mana, and then all the elves on the battlefield get +2/+2 and death touch. So again, just some really fun like elf synergies. I'm sure you have some smarter builds out there as well, so I'd love to hear them if you have any like good card recommendations. So for those of you that don't know what the commander does, it lets any elf tap for a black mana, and you can put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target elf, untap it, gains death touch. For 0, you can do 1/1 green elf warrior creature token, and I was able to, for the first time ever, pop off the -7 emblem, where whenever you cast an elf spell, it gains haste until end of turn and you draw 2 cards. So elves coming in with haste is baddie bonkers. Then throwing in card draw that is usually pretty needed if you're just trying to keep the board full on top of that, and have the ability to just create like elves with a ton of different other creatures in here. It was really sweet. So yeah, so that's the deck. Hope this was a good walkthrough on kind of, I don't know, how it all works, but let's go check it out. See you in a sec. I don't know this one. Is this the guy that makes walls? Ship's Mage. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this before. I'll keep this. I don't mind the starting hand for that. So their commander has Flash. It's a flyer, which is not our favorite. And you may cast historic spells as though they had Flash. So that would be like artifacts, enchantments, and legendary creatures that are historic spells. They got pretty good ramp going here. A little spooky. This is a pretty sweet card too if you just have a ton of elves. You just drop it. Boop. Let's get a little creature heavy early on if we can. So let's put Tireless Provisioner up, and then we'll just attack. Because next turn we can drop this. That's pretty spooky too, because they're just going to get tons of stuff. I don't know what that drafts either. I'm not really familiar as much with like the spell book cards, like what spells they get out of. I'm pretty sure they get like creatures. Oh shoot, I totally did that out of order. Ugh. Oh well. Maybe I should put that down. Keeping them on their toes there. And then I'll have this on tap. Next. So we can have Malachor Rebirth up. I did goof. I should have put Tireless Provisioner down first before the land. The nice part too is if we can build up our Elfies on the board, then we can do the they lose X life. And I like this too, because if you have a lot of creatures out on the board, it can be kind of a deterrent as well. That's not good though. Okay, so we're gonna put this down. We're gonna drop this. We're gonna create a treasure. We're gonna Infernal Grasp. We're gonna hit that. And then we'll probably actually just attack with all of these just to get that damage in. Because we do have a treasure token up, and Malachor can still save the creature with that. And I think maybe the next turn we drop Tyvar and put token And then if we survive another turn, I'm wondering if they're maybe saving stuff for like countering Tyvar as well. So let's try to drop this. We might get countered. Nope, resolves. Okay. So then we put 2 +1/+1 counters on whatever we feel like. Let's just put on Poison Tip because it's good for stopping stuff. Flyer specifically. So we go in. Okay. Next. So what do you got, buddy? Are you gonna block the 4/5? No, that. Okay, let me think. So it's 7 plus it's 10, and then we'll still have enough to drop that, which would do 4. So that's lethal. So we don't need to use heroic intervention here. So we'll just hit them for that drain. So they lose 1 life. And then finish them off with this, unless they're able to counter it, which I don't think they are. I really hope not. Nope. Okay. Good game. Smegus? Okay, we'll keep this because we got our lands. We got some rampy creature. And then I like this a lot to build up my little squishies. Sick. Okay. Let's just, I guess, hit for 1. Last turn. Ooh. Alright. I'll have to play this down. And then... what does this do? We'll maybe save the removal for when they start, like, investing in, like, putting equipment on that. Because I don't really care if I have to pay 2 life. This is gonna be sweet, too. I guess I'll save this, like, if I draw land, I'll play that. If I don't play the land, then I'll drop that. That makes sense. I don't know. This is like my honorary elf, just because I have Craterhoof in here, and I like that it just makes more tokens, and we kind of want to go wide in this deck. But everything else is an elf, aside from, like, Craterhoof. So it looks like they're thinking... Yep. Alright. So back to the OG plan here. So come in with counter. And then... do we want to remove that now? Maybe? Or do we want to save it for their commander? Yeah, let's just, let's drop this down. I'll come in with the counter 2. We'll tap this. Boop. And then we got like a chump blocker too. If they put their commander down, I'm probably gonna spit. Okay. Does that let you tutor? Oh, sweet. Okay. Ooh, decisions here. So... trying to think what's the play, because we have this here making our stuff more expensive, making their things strong. Huh. Maybe we put Tyvar down. We'll tap you.
What do you mean you haven't heard from me?
And then... should we be aggro, or do we remove that paladin class? Let's get rid of that paladin class. And maybe that put Tyvar, like, at risk here, but we do have some chump blockers. No attacks in turn. I don't know how we only have 3 mana, because again, I have 38 in this deck, and we are just not hitting our land drops. And I feel like when I play with like Yorion and stuff, I never have problems pulling into mana, so this is interesting. And I have like less, I think I had like 36 or 37 in that one. Resolve. Does it make it unblockable? No. Okay. My turn. Ah, oh, shoot. I should have put Skewed Swarm down. Okay. We'll keep that there, though. And then maybe we Infernal Grasp that. And then... let's put... stuff on here. And then... attack with you. Or no. Let's just attack with you, I guess. 5. And then... I want to put down Skewed Swarm. We'll pay this, this. Oh, tap and untap right there. 1? Is it just 1? Okay. Sweet. And turn. Because we can use this to block the other dude. Because, I mean, it will get a buff from that, but I don't really care if that dies. Our little Skewed Swarm Buggy is our honorary elf. Looks like they got stuck on mana though too. I think they've missed like what, the last 2 or 3 land drops, which is a feels bad moment. Okay. So if they hit Tyvar, I guess I don't really care too much. They should hold back a blocker too. Boop. So we'll put that on. Let's put on you. And then let's just go all in. And maybe that's dumb to do. Maybe I should have saved that to keep them alive longer. I don't know. Because if they do have a board wipe, we're like pretty much done for. I mean, we can pump out like little token dudes with Tyvar. But they still need to hit that other white source too. That -7 ability is pretty sweet too, but I don't think I've ever like actually got that to pop off before. But if they do swing in, like, they're dead. I mean, they did do just a ton of damage to me right now. Okay. I don't want a good game, because you never know what the other person's got, but I guess good game now. Oh, is it? Yeah. Yark. I need to start with a Y. It doubles ETB triggers, which is not fun to deal with. This doesn't feel like a good hand to keep either. Like, kind of no momentum here. Like, this is obviously nice, but that's later in the game that we'd want that. This feels better. We got a bit more ramp as well, and we could drop Layer of the Hydra. So I'll start this one, because we don't really have any turn 1 plays. Do we want that land, or do we want something better? I think we'll keep the land. Just in case, because we do have a Blood Pact to get some card draw as well. This also feels a little bit like a race against time as well. So we'll drop Hydra. We'll put this down as our little mana dork. And then we can get Tyvar down as well this next turn. Create a 1/1 token. And then probably have to save our removal for hitting their commander, because they'll get a ton of value. Like, I feel like Yarok decks are just so strong. I'll drop this. And put you down.
Who's got a foot?
Okay.
Go, earn your renown.
So that costs 5. So yeah, they just need to hit one more. They can play that this turn, right? Yep. Here's my answer. Alright. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to spend some life hitting that. Ooh, ouchies. And we'll drop this, and then we'll play this. Sweet. We'll drop this over here, put one on you, and then we'll just go ahead and attack. Boom. And this also is going to be helpful, I think, for slapping some more damage on, especially like life gain if we need it, especially like cards like Blood Pact where you're going to be losing life just for drawing cards. So I like this in there as well. Cost 5 mana to plus all them. And at least we get little token dudes from that. Oh, nice. Okay. Ooh. Okay. We'll drop this down. We'll see what we can get with this. I know it's instant speed, but... okay, I like that. We'll put +1/+1 counter on this. And then... do we want... well... let's attack. Attack you, and probably you. I think we just need to do as much damage as possible before they build up kind of their board state, because once that hits again, it's going to be scary. Oh, that's really good too. So they at least got bodies. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 6. So we could drop this, pump it, everyone, and then add the counter on the Woodland Mystic again. So we'll do this, drop this, and then that doesn't have haste, but can it still... oh, you have to tap it, okay. Is it worth putting this in? Let's do that. What are we auto-paying with? Do we want to auto-pay with that? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then this untaps a creature, so we'll untap that. And then we'll swing in with you, you, and you. Yeah, so I guess all the things we could have just attacked all, but still thinking through stuff, I guess. Whew, okay. I'm a little nervous about a board wipe. But I think what we can do, depending on what they put down next, is maybe B -7 Tyvar. So we get the haste going, and then drawing cards off of that as well. Yeah, so I guess I should have removed that freaking Zendikar Royal as well, but maybe we can still punch through here. That's really good too. Okay, so I think what I want to do... it's a little tricky, isn't it? Do we want to put this down? We'll destroy... okay, let's remove that because that's making things big. That's -7.
I've let my people down.
And then we'll drop this down. Okay. We'll drop this. Put this down. Plus that. And then drop this. Oh, now we got a heroic intervention, which is sweet. Okay. I like that. So maybe we drop this. And then go all in. Whew. This is intense. Maybe I was like too aggro here. Should I have left something back? We did minimize their board quite a bit. And we have a blocker that's indestructible up, so maybe that was okay. And then we can drop Poison Tip Archer, so if they kill stuff, it won't bother us too much, I think. Oh boy. What if I just top deck like a Crater Hoof? That'd be so satisfying. Nice. And then what are they gonna flash? Solemn? Or does this bring something? Maybe Solemn so they can make something else. Make another token. Ooh, that's sweet. Okay. So let's give everything menace. Let's put this down on green. Let's put this down. Drew some more cards. That Fame of Death is pretty great. We will untap that. And then I think we go... Ooh, actually, let's just do this. I think we just went from that. I didn't even realize we had that in our hand. Whew. Wow, that was fun. Good game. Ooh, Kalia. Is that the Fast or something? Zenith Seeker. Okay. I'm not a fan of this hand because I just didn't feel like I had much gas. This has a lot of gas though, so we'll keep this. Yeah, because we can turn one, drop this. We have that turn 2, and that turn 2 as well. So yeah, this is an elf. This is the elf hand to keep. So this commander has Flying Vigilance. Enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 of your cards of your library. You may reveal an angel, demon, or a dragon and put them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So that overall sounds rather spooky. Let's put this down. So then at least we get elf bodies when we drop this, when we try to take a turn to ramp. So if you're spending a turn to ramp, we'll drop this, and then we'll drop this. So creates an elf token, and then we get to search for a forest that we so much desperately need. And then we have stuff up too, so if they try to remove our Elfish War Master, we at least have Malachir Rebirth to keep it protected as well. Alright. It feels a little bit like a race against time here as well, just because they can put out like dragons and angels and demons. Most of those usually have stuff with flying, and we don't have a whole lot to deal with that at this moment. So we're definitely racing against the clock a little bit here. And then maybe this will be the next one that we can drop as well. Okay. That's cool. I don't think I've seen that animation before. Oh. So for that, that costs 7 to pump. That's pretty sweet too, because they all get like that touch. Oh. Good game. Bye. Okay. Which I feel like is more than enough for like elves, because you have so many like mana dorks, but it's been a struggle, I tell you. I don't know what it is. Okay, we'll drop this. We want this because it'll help with the ramp more. We'll just pick like treasure tokens. Boop, boop, boop. Unless they're gonna kill it. Oh, interesting. I'll decline. We'll take a little bit of life there. Okay. Treasure. Maybe I played that a bit out of order. Let's do this. Because I was thinking I could have played that and then got a dungeon trigger for that. And then we'll put that on you. And then... what do we want to do here? Let's attack. Oh, I guess I didn't need to attack with that. That's kind of funny. We'll just put this down. Or do we want to? Do we want to save that? No, let's put it down. Let's put it down. We got our ramp now. And we can let maybe Tireless Provisioner go after the next turn. Because it looks like they're still... fine. Perfect. Okay. Let's put this down. And then we'll untap it with this. We'll just attack. Leave you back. I guess leave you back. Or do we want that extra damage? Can we still think of it? Because it's if that taps. Yeah, let's just do this. Because I'm thinking we'll have mana at least, I think, to keep this up too. Yeah. And then we can remove Veto or whoever else they put down and go in for some more damage too. Okay. Goodbye, elves. You did good work. And at least they're like not really building their board state as much. Okay. Pass. My turn. Resolve. I think we'll let it go. I don't think we need it as much anymore. I say that and then we have hit our land drop there. Let's create a little elf. Resolve.
Glory for all of us.
And then let's just attack. So is that whenever a creature enters the battlefield? Okay. That's pretty sweet. That's some good drain right there. I haven't seen this card before. Oop. It looks like it's part of their combo. I'm pretty sure that's part of the infinite combo that you can do, I think, with Dina. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. So, let's put down this. Adventure. Let's scry. I don't think we need another black source, so we'll put that to the bottom. Okay. Resolve. And let's put counters on this guy. And let's just attack. Bonk, bonk. And then we also have mana left up too to hit Veto as well, or any other spooky thing that's a creature. There we go. Resolve. And let's kill the flyer, actually. Because we don't have a ton to deal with flyers, and that will get really, really big as well. I like this, because we can also get some of that life back. Let's get another body, maybe? Is it infinite? No! I accidentally triggered that combo. Oops. Man, I should have hit Veto. Well, I can't feel bad if you lose to a combo deck. I'm gonna make them earn it by clicking through everything, though. That's a 2-card combo, too. Rest in peace. Well, thanks for hanging out till the end. I had a lot of fun with this deck. It was a little nostalgic for me because my first ever commander deck was an elf one, so it was cool to see a little bit of that pop off, I guess. But yeah, so we went 4-1, and we lost to Veto, which I think I should have just been smarter. I should have removed Veto. I didn't think about how they had the infinite combo set up on the board. So I think if I had removed Veto instead of the other flyer that they had out, because I was scared about not being able to deal with the flyer later, that I at least could have bought myself maybe another turn or so before the infinite combo went off. Yeah, I mean, either way, it was a great deck, and it was a good opponent. So yeah, overall this deck was a lot of fun to play, and I'm really happy with how it performed. I did have to kind of change it up a little bit, so this final version that we're seeing here I think is pretty well tuned. If you are gonna cut a deck or a card out, probably Scoot Swarm, just because again of the Nambo with it making insect creature tokens. But outside of that, I think it's still a pretty strong performing deck. If you like something that's quick and aggro, this is for you. But anyways, yeah, have a good one, and thanks for hanging out. Bye.